So we're back. It's been a while. If you watched the beginning of my last episode that I uploaded, you will know that it's been a while and know why it's been a while, but it's probably been over a month since I actually played on this character. Hopefully we will be getting some good content out of this recording and have some more regular uploads in the future. Life has been crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into this. Sounds like we're going to be dealing with Titan here pretty soon, so. Voice acted?
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of lominsa has reawakened Titan.
Uh-oh.
Our task will be
Goodness
to
me.
slay the primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvib hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
Maybe we should work together with the primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the
That's not how that
beast
works,
tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since,
Why'd you
and
say it like that?
mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst.
Oh.
The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
Well, I am not one to back away from a challenge. Exactly.
So you will accept?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to limsa lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Great.
And all not afield will aid the fight from afar.
Okay. I don't know how you would do that. but
Ida, go to
sound
the
like
Grand
a
Companies.
lift.
Tell them of our plight and solicit their support.
But what about
Ariange,
Papalimo?
send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
One second, I'm cold. I need a hoodie. Oh man, I haven't checked on my retainer in forever. Which I have had so much caffeine today. Why? Good to see you, Private Risto. The Scion sent word, blah, blah, to business then. It is as we told the antecedent, the kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Oh, crystal. It's Merlvib. Sorry. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory to the Maelstrom, Private Risto. Right proud I am to call you one of our own. Oh my god. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Rael personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we've had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you're right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands, and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the lominsans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. I trust I can count on you, Private. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Right, I think I wanted to be not on warrior, though. What do I have? Oh, but they're both... No, they're all in the 30s. What level is this quest? 30, okay. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find ye a lass or three. I don't know. That just came to me, you know? You gonna say something, Venture, or just keep staring? Eh? You want to know about the company of heroes? Ah, hells. A price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Ah! Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractoum was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Ha ha ha! So you want to hear the tale about the company of heroes bested at Primal? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Titus, eh? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. It was a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took. And when he hit you, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. People around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad. Because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, do that and then we'll talk. Why are you calling him Titus? Oh, I see. Rat's nest. What? Why are the wind sprites after me? Rat King. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, venturer. Save me the hassle of... never mind. What? You still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy. Kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, a goobue. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and standing and look out, in case a goobue comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. I feel like you may not be the adventurer I've been looking for, because if so, Axeman, why wouldn't you be able to take care of all these pests yourself? I see one up there. No, don't sneeze on me. You again? Then that goobue that was hassling the millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, venturer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Primal Titus. Why does it keep saying Titus? So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew a... Tractoum? You in here drinking again? If you are, that goobue had better be dead. I bet this is the real guy. Oh, it's dead, chief. You have me word on that. Leave the beast skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tractoum who slew that goobue? Or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractoum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Aye, well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside. We'll learn the truth the Lominsan way. Tractoum, if you didn't slay that goobue, you may consider your contract revoked. Don't look at me like that. You're the one lying. Oh no, I don't want to do this on Bard. What's happening? Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be I see. This seems a little unfair, Tractoum. What? I don't think I have the thing. No. Probably could have just built my builder in 15 seconds. Now what, Tractoum? Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blubbering, Tractoum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol. There was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, so I look, his name is Whiskaet. Whiskaet? Alright? Whiskaet. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell's that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then. Tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. I mean, that's not up to me. I guess let's go talk to Whiskaet. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Lominsa are depending on us. You fancy yourselves heroes, then? Just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I've no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserved better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Ogamoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gegaruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending one of our... Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing I've said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogamoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Lominsa hangs in the balance. Master Gegaruju's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beast to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Oh, I see a shark. Oh. Guess I didn't need that. Bladed Nyx. Well, did you deal with the Nyx? Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. 2 highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gegaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gegaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Rael, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine. And by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landonel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Okay. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So, this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Rael. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nests, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Ditto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven spiller. Okay. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Rael. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Sounds like a challenge to me, and I am not one to back down from a challenge. We've already been through this. Oh my goodness, who would have thought? Did it. thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. Oops. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end? Ahaha! Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uod Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Rael. Finding buildings that I didn't know you could go into. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one whiskaet sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. I guess I'm supposed to roll my R's there. Persistent bugger. Very well. Let's have a look at you. You have seen your share of battle. There's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it. And it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned for both his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Stone Spike to Nadga. Tell me, adventurer. 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 I can't. Is our old nemesis dead? 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. Will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a wellwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but wellwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where wellwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. The skills aren't lacking, how dare you? Hello? I just need one. It's frenzied. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? You look well, Wick. I'm sorry. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Rael. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Whiskaet. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Whiskaet's counsel. But hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him from me. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Whiskaet was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Rael. I'm having too much fun with that. Well met, Rael. Landonel and Oud Noon both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? My favorite. I shall have to thank the Noon personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago she sent word that there's been some trouble at the longstop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks, and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. I know where this is going. What's the hurry, venturer? Eh? Something happened over at the Gobbie settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Hey girl, hey. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? I am. Only I could fly. I could just shoot. You know? Shoot. You know? Shoot. Wait. Tongue flaps of Whiskaet be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplanders come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beasts chase gobby flock from homes. Gobby flock need goodly Uplander. Give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Uh-huh. I do love it here. It's gonna be a challenge, I think, with the NPCs, so I'm gonna have to pull really small. What did this dragon do to the goblin place? I guess that's what Brayflox was trying to tell me. want to do all the bonus content because gear. Before you get to the chest. After you get to the chest, I guess. And then we can go down here and save the goblin. And if we save the goblin, yeah, I know many things. You're standing on the copper is the problem. Once again. There we go. Uh-oh. Stop, leave them alone. The days when you could stun a boss. How do we have to get up? There it is. I thought I could avoid the knockback, but that is not the case. Very scary. Gut gate. I don't think there. Well, there's a chest, I think, down below in one area. But I don't think there's one over there. No. Yay. Yay, we did it! We saved the goblins. This outfit. Psh, Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflox happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Thank you. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Ugh.